Heartland Season 20 doesn't arrive quietly. It comes with unfinished business, heavy choices, and a future that no one can delay anymore. The ranch that once healed broken hearts is now forcing its people to decide who they are without it. Love, legacy, and sacrifice collide in a season that feels less like a continuation and more like a turning point. One decision will change everything, and once it's made, there's no going back. Season 20 opens under the shadow of everything that happened before. The danger with Wes may be over, but the consequences remain deeply rooted in every corner of Heartland. The family isn't celebrating survival, they're recovering from it. Jack, in particular, carries this weight silently. For years, he stood between his family and the world, making hard choices so others wouldn't have to. Now, that strength feels worn down. Season 20 shows a quieter Jack, one who still cares deeply but understands that his time at the center is slowly ending. He doesn't announce it, but everyone feels the shift. Lou begins to sense that Heartland Ranch is moving toward a new chapter, whether she's ready or not. Responsibility starts landing on her shoulders in ways it never has before. This isn't just about running a business, it's about protecting a legacy. Every decision she makes feels permanent, and the pressure is intense. Season 20 challenges Lou to step up, not as Jack's backup, but as her own kind of leader. The confidence doesn't come easily, and doubt follows her everywhere. Amy stands at the heart of the season's emotional conflict. She has grown beyond survival and into self-awareness. For the first time, she isn't asking what others need from her. She's asking what she wants. But that question brings pain with it. Heartland has always been her safe place, the land that helped her heal. Even thinking about leaving it feels like betrayal. Season 20 lets this conflict breathe, showing how difficult it is to outgrow the place that saved you. Nathan's presence adds a new kind of tension. He isn't trying to control the future, he's trying to take responsibility for it. After everything that happened, he knows mistakes were made, and he's determined to do better. His actions aren't dramatic, they're deliberate. Season 20 positions Nathan as a man willing to pay the cost of doing what's right, even when it hurts. From the very start, this season makes one thing clear. Heartland is changing. The ranch is no longer just a home, it's a crossroads. And everyone standing there knows that staying still is no longer an option. As Season 20 continues, the tension shifts from external danger to internal struggle. The threats are no longer loud or violent. They are quiet choices, made in moments of honesty. Amy feels this more than anyone. Her love for Nathan is real, but love now comes with a price. Building a future with him means stepping away from the life she's always known. Season 20 doesn't rush this. It shows Amy wrestling with guilt, fear, and longing, torn between who she was and who she's becoming. Nathan grows more emotionally open in this part of the story. He understands that love isn't enough if it doesn't move forward. He wants a fresh start, a place where the past doesn't define every step. But he's careful not to push Amy. Instead, he offers her truth. And that truth is heavy. Choosing him means choosing change, and Amy knows there's no guarantee it won't hurt. Lou's storyline deepens as she fully steps into leadership. Running Heartland means making decisions that won't please everyone. Financial pressure, responsibility, and fear of failure weigh on her constantly. Season 20 shows her strength in quiet moments, late nights, tough calls, and moments where she questions herself. But despite the doubt, she keeps going. Not because she's fearless, but because Heartland needs her. Jack watches his family evolve, and it forces him to face something painful. He is no longer the pillar holding everything up. And while that realization hurts, it also brings clarity. Season 20 allows Jack to reflect on his legacy, not as control, but as guidance. His role becomes one of quiet support, rather than authority. By the end of this section, it's clear that the hardest battles aren't fought with fists or weapons. They're fought with honesty. And once these choices are made, nothing will ever be the same again. Midway through Season 20, emotions reach a breaking point. Standing still becomes impossible. Amy knows she can't delay the decision any longer. Her love for Nathan is deep, but it asks something of her: courage. Season 20 shows that loving someone sometimes means leaving the place that made you who you are. Nathan becomes more vulnerable than ever. He speaks openly about his need for a new beginning, about wanting to build something lasting with Amy. There's no pressure in his words, but there is urgency. He's done running from the past. He wants to move forward, honestly and fully. And while his sincerity is comforting, it also makes Amy's choice harder. Heartland Ranch begins to feel different. The land remains the same, but the energy shifts. Jack notices it. Lou notices it. The ranch feels quieter, like it knows change is coming. Season 20 uses this atmosphere to remind us that places hold memories, and leaving them behind is never simple. Lou continues growing into her role, learning that leadership sometimes means letting people go. She understands Amy's struggle more than anyone, and her support comes without judgment. Their bond remains strong, even as distance looms. Jack, meanwhile, prepares himself emotionally for what's coming. He sees Amy stepping into her future and chooses not to stand in her way. His love has always been about freedom, not control. Season 20 gives him moments that feel like silent goodbyes, even if no one says the words out loud. This section makes one thing clear. Legacy isn't about staying in one place forever. Sometimes it's about knowing when to move on. As Season 20 approaches its most emotional stretch, the tension becomes unavoidable. Amy's choice can no longer stay unspoken. Nathan lays his heart bare, not with grand gestures, but with honesty. He talks about the future he wants, the ranch he plans to build, and the family he dreams of. His words are simple but powerful, and that makes them impossible to ignore. Amy struggles deeply before answering. She fears hurting the people she loves most. Heartland gave her strength, healing, and purpose. Leaving feels like reopening old wounds. But Season 20 also shows her something important. Fear should never be the reason you stay. Amy realizes that honoring her past doesn't mean sacrificing her future. Lou becomes her emotional support, offering understanding instead of pressure. Their relationship reflects one of the season's strongest themes. Love doesn't always mean holding on. Sometimes it means letting go with grace. Jack's quiet approval carries immense weight. He doesn't need to say much. His presence alone gives Amy permission to choose happiness without guilt. In his eyes, she sees pride, not disappointment. And that moment changes everything. Once the decision is made, there's no turning back. Season 20 allows the weight of that moment to settle, showing that transformation doesn't always come with noise. Sometimes it arrives quietly and reshapes everything. SECT, final part of Season 20, brings emotional clarity. Amy prepares for her new life with Nathan, and every step forward carries a sense of loss. Packing memories hurts more than packing belongings. Heartland isn't just a place, it's a part of her. Season 20 honors that pain without turning it into regret. Nathan stands beside her as a partner, not a rescuer. He respects what Heartland means and makes space for it in their future. His growth feels earned, shaped by accountability and love rather than drama. Lou fully takes over the heart of the ranch. She leads with strength, balance, and understanding, proving that Heartland's legacy is safe in her hands. Jack watches with quiet pride, knowing that what he built will continue, even without him at the center. The season closes with a sense of completion. Amy steps into her future, not abandoning Heartland, but carrying it with her. While her chapter ends, the world of Heartland continues, opening doors for new stories and new generations. Season 20 isn't just about goodbye, it's about growth, courage, and choosing happiness, even when it hurts. And that's what makes it unforgettable.